All right, welcome in, boys. Take it to the bank, Pocono. I am Keg. With me, as always, is my guy Coop. Coop, how you doing, my guy?
Doing all right, man. Just grinding through a slow period of betting. Haven't been too disciplined, and trying to grind a couple wins here and there. That's about it.
That's all you could do in life. Grind away, my guy.
I'm trying to. These summer months are horrible, man. So I'm trying to find some other sports to become bettable. So.
Yeah, I like sticking to the weekends myself, But
what do you do during the week, man? At night, man, and shit during the day. I know during the day you're sleeping.
I prepare for the weekend. That's what I do. Until
how do you not pick up the phone and just place a bet on something?
Pick up the phone? What is this, 1992? Pick up the phone and play? Oh, you mean on the app? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm disciplined. I just stick with what gets me there, so I don't have to go and work for a living. So I can't bet baseball. I can't bet whatever's going on. I just can't. I got to stay in my lane.
I can get you on CFL, man. I think there's some money to be made in the CFL. I'm learning it, mate.
I mean, it's football, so maybe you can get me there, but you're not going to be able to get me anywhere else. Okay. Probably not. All right, so
we got you on SRX.
Oh, well, that's racing, baby. Yeah, that's what we do. God, let's start there.
Right, but
I am dumb.
Why not Indy?
No. Not Indy, not F1. No, it's not. It's NASCAR, or it's people that have driven in NASCAR, or nothing. That's it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's talk about SRX for a second. I probably made the dumbest move that I've made in a long time last night. Me and Johnny are sitting there. We're betting. All of a sudden, Ryan Newman comes on like he did last week. And I'm like, oh, no, before that, when it looked like Tony Kanaan was going to win, I was like, I'm taking Tony Kanaan heads up over.
Good bet, man. I had him at 750.
Right. Okay. We got him. I put a little bit on him at 9-1, right? And then it said Kanaan -110 and then Ryan Preece -110. And my brain automatically thought that was a matchup and not the outright market. And I completely burned $1,000, a total waste of money. So I end up winning the race. I end up breaking even. Total bonehead move. And but you won, so that's good. I had a brain fart, man.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
We've been doing this for 2.5, 3 years, and you've been doing it for moons. When was the last time you saw a live head-to-head in NASCAR?
Never. I don't know what I was thinking.
So why did you think you were getting one in the SRX?
I'm dumb, because when you see the name -110 and you see the name -110, your brain automatically registers. And that, I'm dumb. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I'm an idiot. I'm dumb. But I was not an idiot on Monday. Because Monday.
Before you move on, I have one question.
Okay.
And I don't know the answer to this.
Mm-hmm.
What does SRX stand for?
Oh, I do know. Superstar Racing Series, I think.
So the X has nothing to do with it?
I'm almost positive it stands for Superstar Racing Series. Actually, I think I could tell you what. I could tell you right now. Superstar Racing Experience.
Gotcha.
That's what it stands for.
Okay.
So
did you ever think you would be betting on the Superstar Racing Experience?
Never. because I don't think that was even an option. This league, when did this league even start? A couple years ago?
Yeah, I think this is third year. First 2 years was on CBS.
Yeah. So I mean, as long as I've known you, that's when it basically started,
Yeah.
right? So New Hampshire went well for us. We had a good week. Picked up
You had a great week.
19 units, maybe 21 if Tom Aspinall wins. Man, it just seemed so easy last week, Coop. Like it doesn't happen that often when me and you are like this. One of these two guys is guaranteed to win, basically. I mean, it was crazy. Now, Chris Bell, considering the car that he had a terrible race, man. Although I don't think that his pit crew was great. I mean, it seemed like he lost spots on pit road almost every time that they were on pit road, and he could never get back up there. But man, Marty, I think Ryan said he was somebody said the first driver all season long to lead, to be the fastest driver in every segment of the race, all four. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
He dominated it.
So we crushed. So that's good. But we move on to Pocono another week. I'm looking forward to this because right now you and I don't have any Cup Series bets. We have a lot of Truck Series and Xfinity Series that we could talk about later. But I mean, nothing right now as far as the Cup goes. So anyway, what were your takeaways from the race before we get to Pocono?
Anything? I mean, Marty just absolutely, laid it on everybody.
Is he the best car this year now? Like, does he deserve to be? Is he there yet?
I don't know if he's there yet. He still needs to show me on this package that's coming up. Because like the package that's coming up this week in this intermediate package, like that's the package that begins the playoffs. There's 5 1.5 mile tracks in the playoffs, but then at the end is that short package that he's been really good in. So I think survival, and doing well at the beginning is key for him in the playoffs. But, it's so hard. Like, I know statistically the numbers don't look good for Kyle Larson when you look at him and compare him to Martin Truex. But that car has been fast just about every freaking track.
Yeah.
There were a couple that, we were like,
I think like one road course he didn't show up on.
Yeah.
Like not much. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I agree.
But, I think the two of them are the clear cut, favorites, and deservingly so. I think they've had the best cars consistently throughout the year. But, it all depends. Like, it's kind of like football, man. Like you really want to get hot, like starting week 12 and week 13 in football. You don't want to, peak at the beginning of the year, or even the middle of the year.
At least right now, in terms of results, it looks like Larson peaked towards the beginning of the year, right?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, you got to throw his results away. I mean, the guy could have literally finished top 5 in just about every race, if not for some mistakes on his own, part, and then mistakes on just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right.
Like he's been good, fast.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's either him or Marty.
If you want to tell me Byron maybe peaked already, maybe.
But he just finds a way, though.
Yeah.
He just finds a way lately, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Logano last year, man. He wasn't very good, in the summer, and then come playoff, he found it.
Yep, 100%. So now we go to the Tricky Triangle, Pocono. Very, very, very weird track. It is its own monster. 3 completely different turns. And is there a track comp to Pocono? No, right? Like, what do you compare?
You really can. I mean, like you could say Fontana, but Fontana has more tire wear. It's more banked, obviously, than what Pocono is. You can say Michigan, but it's the same thing. It's more banked. So I just think it's speed and raw power.
Speed and raw power, right? Okay, so when you think about speed and raw power, right, you think about Hendrick Motorsports, right? A lot of the time, at least Kyle Larson and Will Byron this year, right? But you always make it a point to say to me, at least the last couple years, that Hendrick shows up, they kind of fuck off for the summer, Toyota comes on, and then Hendrick starts to come on towards playoff time. Well, here we are in the summer, right? So how do you square the two? Because when you think about raw power right now, I mean, I don't know. Like, do you consider Marty and Denny raw power? I kind of feel like they've won on finesse more than
Denny. I do. Marty's the question mark for me. Yes. Got CFL prop number 1 in tonight.
Jesus fucking Christ. I broke him. I don't even know what to say anymore.
Chad Kelly over 264.5 yards passing.
There used to be a time where every other word out of your mouth was flag, package, speed, top 10. Now, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I could deal with this. I don't know if I could deal with this. All right. So then I felt so locked into trucks and Xfinity this week, but I don't have a fucking clue this week. The only thing I feel good about this week, which is so weird to say because I've said it so many times on this podcast this year, Kyle Busch. The only guy I know that's going to be there is Kyle Busch. It's telling that, listen, the books are not smart. It's why I don't have to go to work, okay? At least not in NASCAR. So it's telling. I was shocked to see that he was the favorite to be top Chevy this week. I was shocked to see that he was like 7-1, 6-1 when he opened this week. I mean, the books know. They know how good he is at Pocono, and he has been really, really fast in that 8. He might not have all the results, but when it comes to those fast 1.5-mile tracks this year, Busch has been really good.
Yeah, so he's been really good in the intermediate package.
Yeah. So
and then when he wasn't, and when he hasn't been good in it, he's been good at making decisions that puts him in a good place to finish the race.
Right. So he's the only guy that I feel that good about saying that he's going to be there at the end. I don't know what to think about Hendrick and Gibbs this week. Like, I'm counting on you, bro.
You think they're going to be bad?
Who?
Hendrick and Gibbs.
No, but I don't know which ones to back. I don't think they're going to be bad. No.
Why don't you like Denny Hamlin? He might have better track history here than Kyle Busch.
Yeah, Denny. Yeah, well, I mean, he was the favorite, right? He was your odds-on favorite this week. I mean, he's a beast. Did he win this race last year? At least one of them, right?
Either him or Kyle Busch. I forget which one won. And get it pulled away.
Yeah, I mean, Denny Hamlin, at least since 2020, 5 races, 1 win, 1 top 5, 3 top 10s. So, I mean, he hasn't been great here lately. But, oh no, I'm sorry. 1 win, 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s. So, yeah, he's been great here lately. He's been great here all the time, basically. But so is Kyle Busch, right? Would you say that those two guys stick out to you the most in terms of track history at Pocono?
Yeah, as far as track history goes, yeah.
So I just don't like. I don't know what we look at. What are you looking at this week? What are you using? I sound like lost this week, don't I? I don't sound like my normal self. I
Yeah, I
don't
mean, I told you it's all about raw speed and power.
like. So who do you think? Who, if you had to name the 5 cars? Obviously, Larson and Byron have been fast all year, right? They would probably be 2 of the, if not the 2.
Larson, Byron, Denny, Kyle Busch, and then the 5th one's a pretty tough one. You could go with multiple drivers. I think those 4 stick out more than any of the other ones. But does that mean they're going to win the race? No.
Yeah. All right, let's go down the odds board. All right, Cup Series. I'm just using Caesars like normal, but I have them all up for when we start going through. So, actually, you know what I wanted to go through?
I don't know. You lost.
Yeah, I am lost this week, bro. Yeah, so this year, fastest guys on ovals, conventional 1.5-mile ovals this year have been Denny Hamlin, Will Byron, Marty, Larson, Harvick, Bell, Blaney.
What? Hold on. What is a conventional oval?
I assume, I'll tell you, Auto Club, Vegas, Phoenix, Richmond.
Phoenix is not a conventional oval.
Listen,
get that out of here.
All right. Auto
Phoenix
Club
has nothing to do with this race.
I'm going to the places we always go to look for speed rankings, but that's in there. Martinsville, it's a half mile track. I don't know what this is. Dover, Kansas, Darlington, Charlotte, Gateway.
It basically, to me, it sounds like who's been fast this year on all the tracks minus road courses.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right, but I could still use this. So, Charlotte, Auto Club. So at Auto Club, Chastain was the fastest. Busch was second fastest. Suarez was third. Denny fourth. Logano fifth. At Vegas, Byron, Larson, Bowman were the first, second, and third fastest. Marty, 4, Bubba, and Denny, 5 and 6. Kyle Busch wasn't. He was 14th.
Are you going to go down all these tracks and read them all? You expect me to remember them all?
No. Bro, just let me be this week, all right? I'm trying to figure it out as we go along.
Okay.
I feel like we're missing something though. Like it just can't be that easy. It can't be Marty, Denny, Larson, and Byron and Busch. Can it be that easy this week?
Marty, Denny, Byron, Busch, and Larson, you said?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it can't be that easy because, I mean,
what about the other Toyotas?
I don't mind, Chastain. I don't mind Suarez. I don't mind Reddick. I don't mind Bubba.
Yeah, all right. So I guess the normal crew. Well, Chastain, we really haven't backed much this year at all. But Chastain
the thing with Ross is like he's just been up and down, man. Like sometimes he has the speed, sometimes he doesn't. So it's just hard to back him, especially at 12-1.
Yeah, this is the first week that I feel totally lost. I mean, and I think it's more the track. I know who the speed is. We've been backing the speed all year. But I think it's just Pocono. It's just a weird track. All right, so let's go down the odds board. Talk about value at least, because some of these numbers they're tough to back.
Like if you want to talk about value, I think, if you listen to the betting community, like there's a lot of people that think that 12 to 1 is really good value on Ross Chastain.
I can't bet that.
No, I mean, if it was 16 or probably even 15, I might dangle a little bit.
First of all,
you just don't know which Ross is going to show up.
Yeah, and like if you try to start fucking around and moving people at Pocono, it is not going to work out for you.
I mean, and I think a lot of people are looking at it like, Ross was great here last year. He was winning the race until he had his little incident with Denny.
Right.
And that car's just not the same. Last year it was really consistent. Especially on, the tracks that required speed. It hasn't been there this year.
No, yeah. I mean, Trackhouse as a whole this year compared to last year is like night and day.
I think Suarez has been faster here recently than Ross consistently.
I don't disagree with that. And last year, Trackhouse was so good that Daniel Suarez was a threat to win races. Chastain was crushing, and Suarez was a threat to win on an oval, which is like not his bag generally, right? So, right. Yeah, but this year, I mean, I can count on one hand the amount of times that you and I have backed Chastain to win a race this year. It hasn't been often because
the race that he won, I was all over his ass.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So do you think that? Yeah, I couldn't.
I would rather bet an 8 to 1 Ross Chastain, who I know has speed, versus a 12 to 1 Ross Chastain that I'm questionable on who's going to show up.
I don't disagree with that. He's a no-show a lot of times in practice, though, and qualifying.
Right. But like the race that I was all over him, but he was dominant in practice and qualifying.
I mean, the 6 people that you and I have just spent 20 minutes talking about are your top 6 favorites at Caesars right now. The problem is they're all between 5 to 1 and 9 to 1. Chastain's down to like 9.5 to 1. So Denny Hamlin's 5 to 1 and Marty 5.5 to 1, Kyle Busch 6 to 1, right? Can you back anybody at those numbers? Like I was hoping for like 10 to 1 on KB.
Not right now. I can't. Because I mean, look at the truck practice and the Xfinity practice today. Did it shake out how you thought it was going to?
No. Look at the top 10. There are names that qualified in the truck race and the Xfinity race that we would have never thought of qualified in the top 10 for sure.
Right.
Yeah. No. So we did see 8 to 1 at Kyle Busch that Monday when they opened, or Tuesday, whatever they opened the lines, because we had the Monday race. But I saw 8 to 1, and within a couple of hours he was down to probably 6 to 1. But that was the best number I saw on him. Denny and Marty have been floating around this price all week long. Yeah, I can't back any of these guys at the current price unless we're going to try to get creative. And we can't even get creative because what time is Cup practice tomorrow?
2:35 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, so I mean, like you're not going to know. We're not going to know, and the odds be back up before both races are over and this UFC card is over. So what the numbers are is what they are.
But like who do you want to back of them? Like, I think that's just as important as, like, you can't find the pieces to back them or, make their numbers better.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, I tend, if I was going to pick 3 out of the 6 that we were talking about, it would probably be Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, and either Denny or Marty, probably.
Yeah, I was going to say Denny. If I had to back 3 of them.
Those are the 3 that you agree?
Yeah, those 3.
Yeah. I don't know how the fuck we're gonna get on them though.
We might not have to.
Yeah, that's true. I guess the good thing is about practice and qualifying is that it can go our way also and give us an opportunity at better numbers. So that's true. But okay, so those are your top 6 basically. We can't back any of them right now at the current price. But yeah, we would put Busch, Larson, and Denny over Truex, Byron, and Chastain, and that would be your group of 6. Right after that, Ryan Blaney 10-1, Chris Bell 11-1, Chase Elliott 12-1. What do you think about Penske this week? You think they show up?
I wouldn't be surprised. I have more confidence in Ryan Blaney than I do Joey Logano, although Logano's been running better. But Blaney just seems to have that power and raw speed, that's
needed.
It
showed it at Charlotte. He dominated that race.
Right. So, like, if I was throwing stuff out there, he would be my first bet at 16-1.
Wow, where's Ryan Blaney 16-1? He's 10-1 right now at Caesar.
I see he was 16 somewhere.
Oh, okay. Let me see what he's 8-1 at Superbook, bro. Jesus Christ. 9-1 at DK. Let's see what FanDuel's got.
11 at MGM. So yeah, I guess some people have jumped on Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, so people agree with you.
So
yeah.
Chris Bell
that makes sense to me, though. I mean, he dominated Charlotte. I could see it.
I'm not paying that number for him, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Chris Bell's interesting.
Why?
He's just been the last 3 races. He's been fast, and things just haven't worked out for him.
What race did he drive through the field twice? Remember what race was that?
It was Atlanta.
Right.
All right. So Chicago road course. All right. His pit chief made a bad decision.
Right.
But he was very fast that race.
It's so hard to judge though, Coop, because
Atlanta.
It was
Atlanta.
raining.
He ran through the field twice. Last week, he had to have the second or third. I don't know if he would have beaten Marty.
Right? I don't think so, but he probably would have finished second if he stayed up.
If not for his pit crew messing up every time. But like, the car's been fast the last 3 weeks. And, he's shown, like, you look at, I know it's a different package, but like, you look at the power and speed of Atlanta. He showed it. Maybe he has it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think he's 14-1. I don't know. If I can bet him, like, I would like a better number because I think it's a big chance, but I would not be surprised if he does very good this week. 15 at MGM. So, and then Chase Elliott was the other guy he had in there, and then I just don't know what to think of Chase. He hasn't been good when it comes to power and speed, last year and this year, other than the super speedway package that's 2.5 miles long at Daytona, Atlanta, and Talladega. the mile and a half, he's just been a meandering mid-pack car. So, I think, he knows he has to win now. Pocono's not a great track for him. Maybe that's why he's running the Xfinity race. But, I would need a bigger number, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you. So Bell's been in like the top 7 or 8 in terms of speed rank on like mile and a half tracks. 5th at Kansas, 6th at Charlotte. Where was he in? 7th at Las Vegas. Yeah, I guess so. I'll buy that. So Elliott, we spoke about Reddick 12-1. Brad Keselowski, Jesus Christ. Reddick 12-1, then Logano at 16-1, and Harvick at 16-1. I guess you spoke about Penske, right? You
prefer. I can't bet Logano and Keselowski. Reddick, man, I don't know. I just think after tomorrow, like these guys that are all 10, 11, and 12, there's going to be some of them that are 16-20.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure. How is he historically at Pocono?
Reddick?
Yeah.
Well, I think he ran here well last year. The thing is, like every track that Kyle Busch did, Reddick did well last year. Kyle Busch has done well.
Right. Yeah, he finished 4th here last year. Yep. He was 3rd fastest late in the run and 8th overall.
And then let's just say something. Who's to say? Remember a couple of weeks ago when Denny Hamlin said, "Yeah, we're running the Tyler Reddick package on road courses now." What happened to Denny? He actually looked like he knew what he was doing on a road course, and he was fast. All right. Who's to say there wasn't a deal that said, "All right, Tyler, he owns that team." Then he does.
Yeah.
You're running my package at Pocono.
That's true. That's true. Do you think that, like last year, Kyle Busch, he was at Gibbs in the 18, right? Do you think that one of either Chris Bell or Gibbs are in that car?
Say that again now.
Last year, Kyle Busch, when he was at Gibbs in the 18, he was the fastest guy, period. Late in the run, total speed rank, finished 2nd,
I think
right?
Denny has his cars.
Oh, okay.
Supposedly.
How do you know that for a fact?
I heard it earlier this year. Supposedly.
Well, that's fucking big news, bro. What are you keeping? You're fucking hiding information? I should have heard that on Monday.
Oh, it's common knowledge.
This guy. Okay. All right. Well, that makes me feel better about Denny. At least they know how the car's going to be set up.
Yeah, but we don't know if it's the car or not.
Listen.
Like this guy's asking me, who do you think Eckes is running the same freaking?
Yeah, Coop. This is why you're here. I take your information and I turn it into dollars. That's what I do.
I don't know what car they're running.
For fuck's sake. I'm not a guy like Ryan, knows everything about NASCAR like you, compiles data. I take your data and I turn it into money. That's what I do. All right. So after that, honestly, after that, everybody's 30-35-1 on back. Is there any long shot that you think is live this week?
I have one. What about you? I want to hear you first.
Any long shot that I think is live this week. I don't even know if I want to say this name. He's been so fucking MIA.
Oh boy. Oh, I think we're hitting it, baby.
Alex Bowman?
Yep.
Fuck yeah, Coop.
What's the best number?
Huh?
What's his best number?
Standby.
Why did you say Alex Bowman?
Because he's been good here. $35-1, I think, might be the best number I could find. Hold on. You're breaking up a little bit. $40-1 at Superbook. What's Freddie got? Oh, 40-1 at Caesars. Disconnect and reconnect because you're breaking up. I'm bouncing Coop for a minute, boys. Alex Bowman season, huh? Alex Bowman's got a win here. 3 top 10s, 4 top 20s in his last 5. Let's see what else we got. Coop's killing me. $12-1 at Bovada for Blaney. Gavin, stop. There's nothing compared to how much I'll be at your neck tomorrow morning. Listen, bro. I should have made you so much money on Monday. You should be sucking me off. Well, this is a good time to let you guys know what we're on for. It got me even from Chris Bell. That's my fault. That's my fault. I'll take responsibility for that. That you shit the bed in DFS. All right, trucks, boys. This is where Coop and I are at. We took Kyle Busch at plus 150. We took Corey Heim at 11-1. Top 5s, we took Corey Heim plus 150. We're on Hocevar plus 180. I'm on Eckes at plus 300. I would not take that because he did not qualify. I don't even want to get into how frustrating that is. But I did take Eckes over Majeski. I don't mind that because Majeski is going to start at the back, and he should be very good. So I think Eckes is fine. And if Garcia running very, very, very well is any indication, I think he'll be okay. And I don't think he's probably not going to crack the top 5. It's a short race, but I think he beats Majeski to get us even. Oh, here's Coop. And we are back. One more time, though. Pocono for Xfinity. We're on Josh Berry at 8-1. We're on John Nemechek at plus 715. But I did tie that to Aspinall KO in 1, 2, or 3. And then I took Berry over Custer at plus 110. And Coop is on everything I'm on except the Hocevar and Eckes top 5. And he's back.
Hey, I also took Austin Hill plus 105 over Chris Bell on your favorite book.
Fred?
Yeah. He's minus 110 now. I'd still take it. But
I don't mind it.
But all right.
I think we're in a good starting spot. I think we're in good shape for the lower series. But yeah, 40-1. So I would like.
Why did you go to that name? You could have picked all kinds of names out.
I could have. I don't know. It just felt. It felt right. I mean, like he hasn't been horrific in this package. I mean, has he? Third.
You got to think.
Yeah, I got.
All right, pull up his results here recently.
That I could do.
Like since his return.
Alex Bowman better get his shit straight, man.
Yeah, he's in jeopardy of missing the playoffs. So
I know.
He was the freaking leader earlier this year.
I know. Jesus Christ. How hard can this be?
Pretty hard, evidently.
Settle down, Coop.
Shit, I could have already found it.
Well, listen, man. Feel free.
You got all these computers in front of you, man. I don't.
It's 2 screens.
Wait a minute. You only have 2 screens?
For my computers? Yeah.
Why not a third?
Do you want to buy it for me? I'll take it. I don't know. I only need. Yeah, of course. I have my setup of televisions here, and I have a laptop here and a bigger screen desktop here.
What size are your TVs? You probably have 27-inch TVs.
42s. Why? I mean, is that not? I mean, that they take up a lot of wall space, Coop. When there's fucking 5 of them. I mean, how many do you want?
Oh, 5 of them now. Okay.
I'm talking to 2 screens, my laptops, my computers. So why did you? Okay, what do you want to know?
Since his return, what's his results? That's what tracks.
I mean, when did he return?
Oh, God.
He finished 14th at New Hampshire, 26th at Atlanta, 37th in the street course, 17th at Nashville, 15th at Sonoma, Gateway 26, Charlotte 12, Talladega 13, Martinsville 11. I don't know when he came back.
All right, so at Gateway in Nashville, did he finish on the lead lap?
I don't know how the fuck how do I figure that out?
You just have the results of the place. 26, probably not. 17th, possibly. I don't know, man. I'm like you. He's too good. The car's too good. The team's too good to continue to put out these results. When does Alex Bowman win? He wins
I
when you
mean,
don't expect him to win.
he started the year crazy good, man.
Mm-hmm.
The first 8 races were crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem throwing like a half a unit on him at 40-1.
Okay.
Because he's too good and the team's too good.
And his car, how can his car be that far off?
Right.
Well, Larson
like,
and Byron.
If you go back to the beginning of the year, he was right there with Elliott, Larson and Byron. He was a smidge behind them.
Yeah. He started the year with 7 top 10s, and he finished in the top 5 3 out of 7 races.
Like if it was 25 or even 30, I don't know, but 40 to me, like that's a chance.
He came back at Charlotte, they said. So 12, 26, 15, 17, 37, 26, 14. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I just don't understand. And you know what? The same could be said for Elliott. Why is Elliott so far off the mark from now? Granted, Elliott's finishes have been better lately, but he still has nothing for Byron or Larson. Nothing.
Right.
I don't get it. Yeah, after him though, I mean, it's just bombs away. I mean, they're just gigantic dogs.
What UFC fight is this?
UFC Fight Night. It should say something like UFC Fight Night July 22nd.
291, 292.
No, it's not like that. Those are the pay-per-view. This is called UFC Fight Night Aspinall versus Tabora. Only the big pay-per-view UFCs are numbered like that. 291, 292. Next weekend, it'll be 291. But the main event is Aspinall and Tabora.
All right. So if you parlay him with Aspinall, it takes you to almost 5,000.
Right.
Like a half a unit on that, I would do.
I'm not against it.
Because like if you look at like I know the results haven't been there, all right? But if you look at like Keselowski at 30, Gibbs at 40, Bowman at 40, then it goes to Buescher at 60, Amarola at 90. Like I just think that's a fair number, man.
Yeah, he's certainly got the best equipment from anybody around that number. I guess you can make an argument for Gibbs, who's around that number too. His equipment's been very, very good this year.
Yeah, but I mean, Gibbs has been struggling just as bad.
Yeah, lately.
Hasn't had the speed that he had, earlier. Yes! CFL bet number 2 on the board, Taylor Powell, over 210 yards passing.
Okay. Yeah, so Alex Bowman for a half unit at 50-1. I'll tell you my only problem with that is that we're probably not going to get good numbers on any of the top 4 guys that you and I think are going to be there at the end. And that just cuts profit away.
It's half a unit, man.
Yeah.
Bet him at a 1/10 of a unit.
Yeah, I'll bet him with you. I'll definitely bet him with you. I'm in. If you're going to do it, I'll do it.
I'm doing it.
All right.
I just want to make sure
All
I
right.
get the best.
Then we're doing it. Then we're doing it.
But I mean, after him, like I think one of the major teams wins this week, or big drivers.
Like when you, Elliot, I know that it's been a different package, right? That super speedway package, but fucking Blaney and Logano are fast, man. They got power. They're fast too.
Yeah. It's competitive out there.
It wouldn't shock me if a Penske car surprised this week.
Well, I told you they were going to do good last week. I didn't think they were going to do that good, but
I'll tell you what,
did good.
You did. You fucking nailed it, bro.
I wasn't expecting them to do that good, though.
You definitely nailed it. I did not think that they were going to be that good. I can't believe that I'm going to get 5 out of the tops. Those 5 out of 7 top 10s are gonna cash after tomorrow. That's crazy. But fucking McDowell was right there, finished 12th. He played with me all week. 5 units that would have been. All right, so yeah, I'm in. Aspinall to win, and Alex Bowman to win the race, 50-1.
You better text Diego.
I'll bet it. I'll bet it with you. Top 3 market. Anything that you see?
Yeah, Gav, I'm on CFL train right now, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, we just talked about all these drivers, that could possibly do well. I just can't get into the top 3s.
Alex Bowman's 10-1 to finish in the top 3. All right. After that, top 5 market.
Jesus Christ.
My problem is like Denny, Marty, Kyle Busch are all minus 140 to finish in the top 5.
Yeah.
That's
like I think like we've talked all year about the books, and the numbers haven't been what they have been obviously in the past and all this and all that. And we haven't said much about it here recently though. But I think this week, like they kind of like these are like playoff type of numbers in my opinion. That we would have saw like playoffs when it started last year.
What makes you say that?
I just think it's a little too early. Like I mean, I can't blame them because I mean we both said that Larson and Truex are the clear favorites. I don't know. I just think they're a little tight.
Looking at these top 5s, I'm not laying 140 on Denny, Marty, or Kyle Busch, regardless if I think they're going to be there or not. I think like Ryan Blaney, Chastain would probably be the start. Like even Kyle Larson at like plus 115 or Byron at plus 125. That doesn't feel like enough, does it? Not to me.
No, I mean like and like I think that's part of it. Like up until this week, you were able to get top 5s. Maybe one driver wasn't, and it was one driver who was really favored.
Right.
But at like 120, 130, 140, 150.
And then the rest were like plus money, basically.
Right.
Yeah, like the guys that I would want to back here are guys that I'm not even necessarily sure are going to make the top 5. So like at that point, the market's dead. It's not worth betting it this week. I mean, like, unless you want to take a shot, like like Alex Bowman's 5-1 to crack the top.
Right, but I think that's where you mess up, possibly. Because then that's where you're losing units, possibly. Versus, if we got to pick a low number on a winner.
Yeah.
Just let it be with Alex Bowman, because I went and looked at his top 10 number, and the first number I saw on FanDuel was -110, and I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. MGM has 135 plus 135. But, that's just not enough.
Yeah, I don't disagree. What do you think? Do you think Ricky Stenhouse get top 10?
I think that there's a better chance that he tops 10s this week than what there has been the last couple races, because he's been good in this intermediate package. That's when he's been the best.
He's 5-1 to crack the top 10. You don't think that's worth a sprinkle?
I don't know. I think we need to write it down, but on a week where the numbers are tighter on the winner, I don't want to go all in and lose more money on these props.
I feel
but
you.
I think it's a contender.
I'll put it in my notebook right here. Ricky Stenhouse top 10. All right, we got it. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm with you though. Even Bubba Wallace, I don't necessarily feel great about him hitting the top 10 this week. I always go for that plus 130, 40 on Bubba, but he's plus 110, far from a lock to finish in the top 10.
Mm-hmm. Right. He's kind of lost a little bit of momentum too, but he needs to get it turned around.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so nothing. Maybe there is a reason that you and I don't have any bets this week in the Cup Series going into this show, which is rare.
I mean, I told you earlier this week there was only a couple that I had written down, and to be quite honest with you, I went back and looked at those couple that I did, and I don't know if I can do it because one of the drivers I was looking against is coming back better than what I thought he was.
Joe Gibbs is plus 130, Coop. Plus 130 to win the race. Jeez.
What's Hendrick?
250. Let me see what Bet365 has. They usually have the better number. Usually, anyway.
Is Aspie the only lock tomorrow?
Yes.
Win?
Yes.
In my opinion, check Michelle McCool or something, man.
Michelle McCool was a WWF wrestler, I think. I think she's married to The Undertaker, actually.
She is.
Yeah, Molly McCann. Oh, Philly said Moradov. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think Tom Aspinall is just a fucking bet your fucking kid's college education.
We don't need to go down that road. Let's keep, I was just asking a question.
All right, so Hendrick has 3-1. Bet365 has 3-1 on Hendrick, plus 125 on Gibbs. They really think it's just Marty or nobody. Marty, Denny, Bell, or nobody.
Say that again. What was the numbers?
Plus 125 and 3-1.
3-1 on Hendrick.
Yeah.
And we could probably get that to almost 4 with Aspinall.
Yeah. I'm going to be living on your couch if Tom Aspinall loses tomorrow.
Put that with Ricky Stenhouse.
All right. Penske's 9-1. Trackhouse 10-1. Denny's team 10-1. Childress 6-1. I mean, at that point, just bet Bush.
Right.
Top Toyota. Do you just take Denny and Marty and take the unit?
No.
You really think you think Reddick or Bell?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I have to think about that. Top Ford, Ryan Blaney's plus 225. Harvick plus 275. Logano plus 350. Kevin Harvick won a race here a couple years ago.
Yeah, when he was really good. Like that year that he had 10 wins.
Yeah, that was a good year for me.
Because he had raw power and speed.
Yeah. That was a great year. So do you think that you think Blaney and Logano, think anybody beats them? Keselowski hasn't really shown like he's got pure power.
Yeah, right. But like I looked at Keselowski. He was one of the guys I was targeting against in some of these bets that I had written down.
Yeah.
But then I went back and looked at it, and in this package, like he just kind of meanders around. He has a couple top tens. Like he just seems like he finishes well. So like I don't think I could like bet against him in matchups and groups and things like that because that's what I was looking at to do. But he has a couple of decent finishes.
So you don't like the top Ford market then?
What was Blaney and Logano?
2.25 and 350.
Mm-hmm. See, the thing is, they're probably they're good at qualifying, so those numbers are going to go down probably.
Yeah, for Blaney and Logano, yeah.
But like, I do think they are. Like, I don't think this is a week where you see a sneaker in there.
Yeah, because it's just pure power, right? What other Ford sticks out to you that I kind of agree with that. Especially because it's a down year anyway for RFK compared to how they looked last year, right?
Right. Yeah. And I mean, you could probably get 3 and 4 on them if you parlay them with Aspinall.
Yeah.
Put that next to the HMS.
I think I like that the most out of anything we talked about so far. Blaney and Logano. Ford. Top Chevy.
I think it's wide open, man.
Legitimately, the top 6 could win. Busch, Larson, Byron, Chastain, Elliott, Bowman. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bowman is a fucking long shot. But, like, you still could include him.
Suarez, too.
No. Fuck out of here. No. Suarez ain't beating Kyle Larson, fucking Chase Elliott, Will Byron, and Kyle Busch at Pocono. What are you smoking, bro? Stop. No chance. That's a friendly dinner bet on me if Daniel Suarez is the top Chevy tomorrow or Sunday.
Well, I'm not, condoning it or anything. I just, throwing his name out there.
Man, it is slim pickings in the I don't love anything. Who has won the pole at Pocono, Coop, in this new car? We would have had it. We would have had that poll so easy last week. I can't believe we didn't bet it.
All right, so last year, Chase Elliott started third. Kyle Larson started fourth. Denny started first. Bush started second.
So it's the same cars that we keep.
Busher somehow started fifth.
Well, he had a monster last year. He was so good last year.
Blaney started sixth. Bubba seventh. Truex eighth. Suarez ninth. And Ty Gibbs 10th.
You know what? I'm shooting the moon. I'm taking Denny at 5-1 to get the pole. I'm taking one guy. I'm taking Denny. What's the best number for on driver to win the pole? 5-1.
Why are you doing this?
Because I want to. Because I fucking made $20K on Monday and I want to fuck around. That's why.
But at the beginning, you were like, I'm not so sure on Denny.
Listen, bro, you sold me. Actually, I'm going to parlay that with Tom Aspinall. I'm literally giving all my money back from Monday. If Tom Aspinall, I put all the units in play from Monday, all of them. So Tom Aspinall for literally everything I got. Like Johnny says. I'm writing that down. Any whole everything I got. Okay. This is like the war. I hate this week for cups. I think I think tomorrow's going to be awesome.
Like if you look at Michigan last year, Bubba Wallace won the pole. Cindric was fifth. Bush was third. Reddick was sixth. Chris Bell was second.
Where was Denny?
Ninth.
Who had the pole?
Bubba. You know what I was thinking today? Just a random thought. Like, maybe it's because it's been a year removed from his, injury. But, like, you don't hear much about Kurt Busch anymore. Like, you really heard a lot last year and saw a lot with him working with that 23XI team.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he's that involved. I mean, he very well could be.
It was actually a year ago at Loudon last weekend.
I mean,
when it happened.
Like, you saw him a lot. You heard him talking a lot about XI and being involved with it. Like, I don't know if he's that involved with it this year. Maybe that's why they're a little bit off. I don't know.
But, I mean, you would still say that Bubba and Reddick haven't had a bad year.
Yeah, but, like, there were times at last year when, like, they were faster than Joe Gibbs Racing.
Yeah.
I was just something that crossed my mind randomly today.
So in Denny's qualifying group, you got Logano, Keselowski, Bubba, Blaney, McDowell, Stenhouse, Allmendinger, Jones, Gilliland, Burton, Cindric, Almirola, Ty Dillon, Noah Gragson, Yaley, and Chastain.
I mean, he should get to the final 10.
Yeah, for sure. In the other group, you got Elliott, Byron, Reddick, Larson, Truex.
Which one's Bowman in?
Bowman's in B with Larson, Reddick, Marty, Byron, Elliott.
that 40 could be a 60.
And KB.
You know,
That 40 can be a 60.
what do you think? What do you think he needs to qualify to get the 60? Just outside of the top 10.
Outside of the top 20.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's that bad.
To get to 60, to a 50% bump, probably outside the top 20.
Okay.
Any groups that you saw that you liked?
Well, like the one I had written down was Suarez and Bubba Wallace over Kez and Gibbs, and then Wallace and Suarez over Kez and Gibbs, which is the same one if you were paying attention. But like I just can't. I can't do it now. And then I had Bowman at minus 110 over Kez. Like I just can't pick on Kez. So
What about Chris Bell and Tyler Reddick over Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano?
Chris Bell
and Tyler Reddick over Harvick and Logano? No?
Find me somebody other than Logano.
Hold on, I'll make a call. I'm going through all the groups now. DK's got Chastain in that group.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah. No, same. I don't think we're gonna get it. Oh, Joe Gibbs is like 2-1 as the winning race team at that BR.
What is BR?
Bet Rivers Coop.
Oh.
So I think like that. I don't think they have the Aspinall bet though. Oh, they have the money line though. Let me see what that is. I think we bet them both, Coop.
Who?
Gibbs and Hendrick.
Oh, okay.
Because I think we can get 3-1 on Gibbs. We can get 3-1 on Gibbs and 4-1 on Hendrick. You don't think that's worth betting? You think Penske and Trackhouse are that big of a threat?
I think from numbers perspective, it makes sense.
I think you're
size of their team.
The only thing we're worried about, really, in terms of the top contenders, is Kyle Busch, and then that second tier of contenders, I guess, would be Reddick and Chastain, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, something to definitely sleep on.
Yeah.
Like I like it better than the Stenhouse top 10, and it's probably not far off of the Logano and Blaney top 4.
I like going with generalities instead of like locking in on like specific driver,
Right.
because I do think it's wide open. after, because like, I mean, how often do we have like 7 guys that we put above the rest? I guess often, actually. Pretty
Hey,
often.
Gavin, is Verstappen winning this week? Is it a lot?
He's going to say yes. Guy wins every race. I've never seen anything like it. Guys like Jimmy Johnson on steroids. How do you win every race? And people like it. Like they tune in. Like it's fun. It's not.
No.
He said he started 10th, spun out mid-race, and still won in Hungary last year. I refuse to bet F1. General principle.
Was Kevin Harvick above Logano having better odds than the book you were looking at for top 4?
Yes. He was the second choice.
Right.
At,
above Logano.
Yeah, 275. It could be the book seeing that he won here 2 years ago, you know.
Mm-hmm.
How I know that the tire wear is less at Pocono than it was 6-7 years ago, but do you still think it's a big enough factor to matter?
I think it's one of those races where it's a 2-tire stop could gain you track position, but I don't know if it's a winning move.
Okay.
Like, I mean, the tires are a joke, you know. If you take 2 tires, you're in second place, and you hang up there for the first 5 to 10 laps, like, you're good. You're not going to fall like the 20th place. It's going to be a net positive move for you, more than likely.
So I guess right now, we know the guys that we think are going to be there. The odds aren't great. We'll see how practice shakes out. And then the plays that I like are, I like us taking Hendrick and Gibbs to win. I think, you know why? Because it's also an add-on to whatever we end up getting on in terms of
the driver.
After P and Q, right? Yeah, exactly, on the drivers. And then I like Blaney and Logano top Ford because I think that they probably have a bigger edge than anybody else. I mean, I guess you could make a case for Harvick, but I really think Harvick has not had the pure power that Blaney and Logano have had this year. He's been doing it with finesse. I guess that we could look at the matchups. I'm not a big matchup guy, but
I'm looking at them right now. Like, when was the last time you saw Kyle Larson as a plus dog?
To who? Kyle Busch?
Yeah.
What is he? Plus what?
05.
I mean, I get it. Kyle Busch is really good here. He's going to be fast. He's even money to Marty. Marty's minus 135.
It's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Like, it's almost like somebody woke up and told the books, hey, don't sleep on Kyle Busch this week.
Yeah. Yeah. Gun to your head. How do you think Byron is going to do?
I think he's a top 10 car, definitely. And then top five. I wouldn't be surprised if he won. I mean, but like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't put him in one of my top three with Denny, Kyle Larson, and Kyle Busch.
I think he's the guy that people sleep on this week. Out of that group of Marty, Denny, Bush, Larson, Chastain.
Yeah, but the number's not good enough to like.
I don't disagree. I don't really disagree.
Like like from a DFS perspective, I would get that, like because you could get him maybe at lower ownership, but like the number doesn't do anything for me.
Kyle Busch is plus 110 against Denny. And Marty's plus 110 against Denny. And Larson's plus 130 against Denny. I mean, Superbook said Denny Hamlin for everything we've got. That's what Superbook said. Jesus Christ. When is the last time that Kyle Larson's been plus 130 in a matchup?
Yeah.
I think it kind of feels like it's a Busch Larson Denny day. I agree. I think that those are the three based on the book.
Busch, Larson, Denny. Yeah, I think that the cars that qualify in the top 3 or 4, they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah. How much lower do you think these numbers can go? Last week was historic. Never, I have not, at least not for a couple of years, have I seen two guys be sub 4-1 on an oval. That was the first time since I've known you, definitely. So how low do you think that these numbers go?
I think if you see
Denny Hamlin is like 4.5-1 before practice.
at Caesars,
That's Superbook right now.
oh, I was going to say 4-1 would be the low.
Let me see what he is at Caesars right now. He is 5, an even 5.
That's why I was going to say 4.
Do you think we have to take one of these guys pre-flop?
Between Busch and Denny?
Yeah.
Are you throwing Truex out of there?
I personally, I think that he would be my number 4, and Byron would probably be the number 5 with Chastain somewhere there. Marty's been so good this year that you have to take him seriously. But yeah, I would put Kyle Busch and probably Denny, I guess, above him.
What's the best number on Larson?
Bet365 has 7. BR has 8. DK has 750. 650 at FanDuel. 7 at oh no. Superbook has 8. BetMGM has 7.
I don't know. I mean, can I really take 550 for Bush or Hamlin? Because like I hate to be on the wrong side.
Yeah, that's fair. And
But I
then
mean, I also think that they stand a good chance at qualifying in the top 4.
yeah, like if all 5 of those guys are in the first 4 rows, right? And 3 of them are in the first 2 rows. These numbers are going to be bad. Because they're already bad. What about 6.5 to 1 on KB? What's the number got to be on Bush to take him before the race?
I mean, why don't we just take Bush and Hamlin and pair him with Aspinall? You can't get one more pick to get him to frickin' 8 or 9.
Yeah, I could definitely find one more pick. Yeah. I didn't look deeply into totals this week. So yeah, I could definitely find one more leg.
Like I looked at Caesars a few minutes ago, and they didn't have top 5s on trucks. Corey Heim was minus 120 on 365.
Really?
Yeah.
We got him at a good number.
Right.
But I know where you're going with that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not against that. I think of all the drivers besides Kyle Busch, even though Heim didn't qualify great, I feel the best about him, don't you?
Yes.
I think Carson Hocevar is going to be very good. I think Zane's going to be very good. Obviously, Busch is going to be very good.
Like I just think,
I could find one more leg tonight while I'm in bed.
I mean, look, hold on. I'm looking at this. Kyle Busch is 7-1 on MGM. Is that the best number on him?
Well, that's why I'm asking, like, what does the number have to be? Yes, 6.5 to 1 at FanDuel, 6.5 to 1 at Bet Rivers, 6.5 to 1 at DK. Barstool has 6.5. Yeah, it looks like 6.5 market wide. Superbook has 6.5. Yeah, that looks like about it. I could check Fox Bet, but I think Fox Bet uses their numbers are always identical to one book.
All right, so look, I did Kyle Busch at 7.
Yeah.
Aspinall as at minus 500. Okay.
Yeah.
If we find a minus 115, I just picked a brand of minus 115. All right. It gets to almost 17-1.
What about Aspinall by KO? What is that?
Just Aspinall and Kyle Busch.
Just Aspinall by knockout and Kyle Busch.
All right, hold on. All right, KO, TKO, DQ.
Yep.
10-20.
That's not bad. Yeah, I know, but like you could, his sub is like 4-1. You could throw a little money on that to hedge. That's nothing. The goal is to get that 10-1 number. You could still make it so you don't lose any money if Aspinall doesn't get that sub. I mean, doesn't get the knockout.
I just want a safe one. I don't care if I got to pay a little bit more. I don't want to have to do all this hedging shit. And blah blah blah.
But when you get a third leg involved, like you increase the risk, you know.
Oh, definitely.
I'll look though. I didn't look deep into totals this week in UFC. I'll look. But so what do you think? You think the goal would be to get Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin pre-flop and go into the race with that?
Would you rather have them at 15 to 17 to 1 or 10 to 1?
I mean, I'd rather have them at 17 to 1.
Right, but at 17 to 1, you've got to take either a third leg or that second leg's got to be really plus 200 probably.
The thing that we have going for us, what time is Cup practice tomorrow?
Well, maybe not. Hold on. 2:35 Eastern time.
Okay, so we'll have basically the entire prelims over with before that happens. So I'm going to look at the first half of the card tonight in bed to see if I could find a third leg. Because
if you take Kyle Busch and fight ends in round 1, it's 1340.
Yeah, but if it fucking ends in round 2, you'll hang yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, round 2 is 3100.
I think it's going to be one or the other. What about him in round 1 or 2? Do they have that?
But look, MGM, no, I don't know. Hold on. But look, it's not going to get to round 3, is it?
I mean, he hasn't had one fight in his entire career get to round 3. So
okay. And why wouldn't you just take if you can take 1340 on Kyle Busch, Denny would probably be 1140, maybe 1040. That's with round 1, but round 2, 3100. Why wouldn't you throw 0.75 on the round 1 and 0.25 on round 2?
But wouldn't that basically equal, if it did happen in round 1, it basically you're going to make it a 10 to 1 number either way.
Right.
So why not just bet the 10 to 1 with him to win by knockout? Because that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
But we're going to I think Kyle Busch, he has to be one of them, right? And then it's Denny, Larson, or Truex. And my gut says Marty because he's been so much better than Denny this year, I think. But I do think if Denny's way better than Marty at Pocono, right? What's Marty done at Pocono?
Yeah, he hasn't been. MGM is offering fight to be won between 0 seconds and 1 minute.
Yeah, they all offer.
All of them do that?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Oh, okay.
DK has that too. Well, they don't all, but you can get it at other spots.
Gotcha. I don't see a round 1 and 2.
No, they don't. I think it's only
on MGM.
I think it's only FoxBet, FanDuel, DK, and what's the other one? BR, yeah. That's it.
What is on DK you can parlay, right? Is that the only one you can parlay?
Parlay what?
Aspinall in different ways.
With
like if no. Aspinall. Could you take Aspinall to win by knockout, decision and DQ, and combine it with fight doesn't go distance?
No. They have same game parlays.
Yeah.
They do have same game parlays. Yeah. Like Aspinall to win the fight and round 2 to start earlier in the week was like plus 170 or plus 165. Problem is if it ends in round 1, you're beat. But yeah, they do have same game parlays, yeah. Thought my work was done for the week, but I will
just started.
I will hunt I will hunt a leg. One leg.
Philly said it in 31 fights. This Tibura guy's never been subbed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, he's been fucking kicking cans, beating bums for a while. He's in for a root. If Tom Aspinall, the Tom Aspinall that was last in the cage, steps in the cage tomorrow, Tibura better pack a fucking lunch.
I mean, did you watch his weigh-in?
Yeah.
Did he look like the old Tom Aspinall?
Looked phenomenal. Looked like $1 million.
Was he better than a 5.5?
5.5? What does that mean? What's a 5.5?
Was he better than Sheldon Creed's woman?
Oh, yeah. He looked way better. Way better. He looked like $1 million. He's going to put on a show. Coop, you have got to. All I ask, okay? All you have to watch is the entrance, his entrance, when like 20,000 people are screaming, they're chanting a soccer song, like, oh, the fucking place is gonna go crazy. You're gonna get goosebumps. And then that guy's gonna walk into that cage and literally commit first-degree murder on ESPN. That's what
Sergey Pavlovich.
Sergey Pavlovich. I don't think it's one of those two will be the next champ. Which one? I'm not sure. One of them. I think Sergey, but he's right. He's one of the 5 best heavyweights in the world. So
he's a step below Sergey.
Half step below Sergey.
Okay.
Oh, signed. Are they going to sing Sweet Caroline? Is that sometimes they do the soccer chants. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch that entrance. He's been out for a year.
Not a chance they sing Sweet Caroline in London over the soccer chant.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. But they're all going to sing the same song. I'm going to get goosebumps. It's going to be unbelievable. Can't wait. And then we're going to make so much money on that fight. But I'll look for a leg. Tonight. But I wouldn't if we don't find a leg, I would be content with just taking him by knockout. But I'll look for a leg. Maybe we can get it up to 17, 15. All right, I guess that's it. One more time for anybody that didn't bet the plays. These are Coop and I's Xfinity plays. Barry at 8-1. Nemechek at 7-1. A little more than that. with Aspinall, Berry over Custer. And then the truck series, we took KB and Heim to win. And then Coop took Heim, but a top 5. But I took also Heim and then Hocevar and Eckes. Eckes is a waste of money. Don't bet it because it's not going to win. I wish I knew that before I bet it. But I do think Eckes is going to beat Majeski, though.
So Philly brought up an interview. Do you prefer Corey Heim top 5 or Josh Berry top 5?
I think it's really close. I kind of want to lean towards Josh Berry.
Wow.
I think it's close.
I think I have more confidence in.
I'll tell you why. Because in the Xfinity race, the only Cup regular that you're worried about is Elliott. And I don't know, Chastain and Bell, I don't know. Maybe they could be there. I don't know. I think it's close. I think it's close. And I'll tell you why I think that. Because Josh Berry was so good at Pocono last year, and he's just as good this year. So that kind of makes me feel like it's going to hold true throughout the race. I think it's close.
Berry top 5, Heim top 5, Aspie for the win.
What's that?
I don't know.
Let me see I don't even know. Did the odds come?
The only book that has top 5s is 365, and you can't parlay it on 365.
What did he come back at, Berry top 5?
On 365?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Minus 120. I see it. I got it.
Yeah, so minus 120, minus 450 to 500.
What did you think about Elliott's practice and qualifying in that series? Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah. I think Austin Hill is a sleeper tomorrow. And I think Justin Allgaier, sometimes we think Berry's got the fucking whip at JRM because he qualifies well and it ends up being Allgaier. I think that's a possibility still too. But I think Austin Hill at 16-1. I think he's a sleeper tomorrow.
See, the thing that sucks, man, is like Caesars is the book you're going to have to use more than likely to get this parlay. And Kyle Busch is 600. Well, that ain't bad. I mean, could be 5 or 550.
Signed, what's your favorite parlay piece for the UFC tomorrow? Before we go, we'll be live tomorrow at noon all day. We got the full UFC card, the truck race, and the Xfinity race. We'll be on from like noon until probably 8 o'clock. And then Sunday, Coop and I will be back. And it will be, what time's the race on Sunday? 2:30?
Yeah, 2:50.
Yeah. Oh, come on, signed. Don't do me with the fucking tennis. MMA, my guy. Johnny, not you too. Enough with the tennis. Okay, so Sign likes Nathaniel Wood. Nathaniel Wood.
I have not heard that guy's name all week.
Yeah, he's fighting Andre Feely. I think he should win. I've always been a fan of Andre Fili's stand-up game, but it doesn't really translate into wins all that often. Muniz money line, Moradov money line. Yeah, I already bet Muniz though. I don't really want to bet him again. Who is Moradov fighting? Oh, Brian Barberena. Yeah. Yeah, I could see Moradov winning that. Barberena's got a chin though, Philly. Like if he's got anything left, it's a chin. He takes a beating. It's unbelievable how the beating that he takes. All right, Coop, we'll get out of here. I'm gonna look for a parlay piece during the night while I'm in bed, and then we'll touch base in the morning before I do the show.
I'll be up at 7.
Yeah, well, at least one of us will be. All right, boys, we're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow at noon right here on TSK YouTube. For Coop, I'm Keg. We're out. Later.